Cześć wszystkim, ja jestem Arkaz, witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z serii Zagrajmy w Baldur's Gate 3. No to dobry wieczór Polska.
Dobra. Dobry wieczór Polska.
Ja proponuję od razu się teleportować na drogę do wrót Baldura.
Tu, dobra.
Na drogę do wrót Baldura.
Tu trochę wyżej. Na lewo, o.
Widzę.
No to już mamy dosłownie
My już
wszystko zrobione. No. No. Więc
Czyli
idziemy.
teraz trzeci akt, zaczynamy?
Tak?
No dobra.
To jest ostatni.
Tak, ale najdłuższy.
Okej.
Z tym
To
ostatni to
będzie
tak.
has been lifted, the lands cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Ale szczęśliwi.
No już myślałem, że tam z dumy pęknie ten twój diabeł.
Spojrzał. O, drzewo! O. I poszedł.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
I can fix her.
Powodzenia.
Na pewno. Mogę ci pomóc.
Nie spadnij, weź z tego dachu.
No właśnie, co on robi?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Wow.
Oho, ale stoimy sobie? Mhm.
No i kozak.
No czemu ty znowu po tej drabinie wchodzisz? Co za impecy? No złaś. Ja nie mogę z tą postacią.
No i co?
No nikt nie chce gadać, to idziemy nyny.
Na pewno wszyscy...
Nie, no nikt. Do spania.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long
Proszę
to
bardzo.
wait. All you
Dzięki.
need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join my power.
Złoście?
Your way to the portal.
Będzie
I
bitka.
need your help.
Oho.
Nie musimy z nimi walczyć, musimy się dostać do portalu.
Okej. Ale możemy z nimi walczyć.
A chcesz z nimi walczyć?
Ale masz 3 tury na to.
No,
Aha.
To jest no dosyć mało, nie?
to ja mogę już wbiec do portalu w tym
To
momencie.
wbiegaj.
It's not over. Can't you
Dostali
tell?
kartę pułapkę.
That thing's about to blow.
Dream Guardian.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Looking ahead.
No to go.
No na 80 chybienie.
Norma.
No krytyk za 1. Ciekawe.
Chybienie krytyczne, patrz, jestem lepszy od ciebie. W chybianiu.
A, bo Karla se tam została. To lecę.
Ale z wiary.
Aha.
Co ona ci zrobiła?
Zabiła mnie prawie. A co?
I must heal.
To może ja się wrócę? Leczę?
Ała.
Nie, dobra, nie trzeba robić damage szybko. Co ja tu mam?
Ło, aż 4. Uleczyłam cię za aż 4. Nie, no po prostu wychodzę.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Dobra, czekaj, ja cię uleczę.
Dobra.
Nie, to możemy krótki odpoczynek użyć do tego.
Nie,
Aha,
bo jak
dobra.
tylko jestem sam, to chyba bez sensu. Ja zrobię sobie tak.
To jest i tak chwila tylko. Chwila,
Ja zrobię
moment.
sobie tak. Może mogę jakiego potiona zrobić? No nie mogę.
Light on the theme.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Chodź do czaszki, chodź do czaszki.
Much longer.
Idę.
Idź.
Oho. To jest prawdziwy wojownik.
Nie, no ja bym się bał, jakby biegnął na mnie mózg.
No. Chłop może normalnie rzucać kamieniami siłą woli, a pokonała go jaszczurka z półobrotu.
Bo ona się od Brusali uczyła.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Oh shit. A mind flayer.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
No, dziwne mam z tym ostatnio, to prawda.
No śliczna ta twoja gardianka, powiem ci.
To wszystkich waszych też jest właśnie gardianka i guardian.
Oj tam,
Zawiodłem się.
szczegóły,
Save the
nieistotne.
child from the Viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the us in the Night Song from her soul cage. You let me live last time we were here, though it brought Blackheath's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be the proof you need. Now, help me.
Ciekawa jestem, co by się stało, jakby mógł faktycznie się sprzeciwić.
Together, we can turn the tide.
Będę to musiała przetestować.
Zdecydowanie. O, chłop ma na imię Orfeusz. Bardzo ładne.
Ma, owszem.
To prawie jak Morfeusz. To pa.
Aha.
No, lubisz latać chyba, co?
Zdecydowanie, no.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Dobra, nie o to mi chodziło. Tylko żeby ich bić. Babo, będzie mi coś mówić.
Nie. Ja pierdzielę, co za lebioda, no.
Śmieszne.
Na czym on się, na tym milimetrze
Na-
lodu się
na
wywróciłeś?
lodzie.
No. No trudniej jest jak się skacze, nie? Jak się chodzi, to
oczywiście,
trochę łatwiej. Dobra, we.
Bonus
O.
do postaci, 100% szansy wywalenia się na lodzie.
Dobrze, że on ich ogłuszył. Bo ciężary coś czuję by były.
Jesteś sparaliżowany.
Ja nie? A tak, jestem. O lol. Kiedy?
Przed chwilą.
Przed chwilą.
A.
A ja ci nie mogę jakoś wyleczyć z tego paraliżu?
Wstawaj, Gamoniu.
Nie wiem, w sumie. Ale jak zastygł.
No, 2 oczywiście.
Chyba nie mam nic takiego w aktywnych czarach, co by mogło pomóc. Jeden jest na górze.
No i git. Gdzie idziesz?
I must regain control. Brutes.
A to nie lepiej, żebyś bił tego? Na
Którego?
środku?
Cięcia? Orfeusza?
No.
Nie, bo jego nie mamy zabić.
No właśnie,
Łe.
tak jak mówił ten cesarz, on ma kontrolę nad nim odzyskać.
No cześć. To nie, tak nie.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the absolute.
A mind flayer? How is this possible? Gods, we've been so blind.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyan key. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them.
All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki and find allies in the outer world. You.
I stoję, taka czwórka, aha, my sojusznik, tak.
Tak.
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Elitid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved you have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea.
Bo
The
ja
moment he
wiem,
is free, he will attack you.
czy
Your
to
only
fatalny
defense will be
pomysł.
to kill him. And in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more illithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process, a process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty.
O z tym porażającym pięknym to ja nie wiem, czy się zgadzam.
No kłóciłbym się tak trochę.
Ej, ja Macek nie. Nie ma szans.
Znaczy, tutaj tu macek nie dostaniesz.
W
tym pierwszym stadium.
How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
Ale fajne mocy się dostaje po tym.
It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
Turbo kijanka.
Turbokijanka.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Zjedz ją.
Zjedz ją.
Tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
Pewnie nie kulnę nic takiego, żeby ten... No...
O, nie widzę nawet kostki.
O!
Ja niestety też nie.
A ile tam jest?
W sensie jest 13, ale krytyczna porażka nie pomaga.
A, no tak.
O, 16 poszło za drugim razem. O, dostałem achievement. Za wykrycie myśli kogoś innego.
Dopiero teraz? Nie robiłeś tego nigdy wcześniej?
No, nie wiem, może nie dostałem wcześniej ten.
Zjedz ją.
Ja tak z ciekawości bym zapisał i zobaczył, jak to będzie wyglądać, jak ją zjesz.
No dobra.
What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable.
Ona mnie zje.
Mind is a veritable
Nie no, ty zjadłeś ją.
I suppose it works.
Fuj.
Opened your mind to it rather than consuming it. Your allies could have taken.
Czyli jak ją wchłonę, to i tak będę wyglądał w ten sposób?
Tadpole's essence courses through
Tak.
you.
Co nigdy w życiu.
Touches your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite.
Przestań.
Mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Super. Wyglądam okropnie.
Chcesz czytać?
Tak. Nie ma szans.
Gdyby nie ten wygląd, to ja bym częściej to
No nie.
wybierała, bo mocki są naprawdę fajne. Za pierwszym razem też to wzięłam. Ale na końcu grę skończyłam z pełnymi mackami, więc...
Tak to my nie chcemy.
Tak, to nie ma szans. Fajna kijanka.
Dobrowolnie.
Fajna
Wtedy
kijanka
to było
zostawię w
dobrowolnie.
słoiku. Nie ma szans inaczej.
The tadpoles.
No, ja też nie chcę.
If you let it,
Eee... A, ale tu... O,
the emperor said.
no dobra, to zaczynamy kulanie. Nie
A
wiem
co
jakim...
tam ile masz?
21, więc nie wiem jakim cudem mam to kulnąć. Bo mam tylko 20 na kostce.
A masz jakieś bonusy?
Nic?
To musisz krytyczną tą...
O,
Jak to się nazywa?
proszę bardzo, krytyczny sukces.
No właśnie, to słowo.
Stronger than any you've ever felt.
Bo to jest jedyna możliwość.
Mhm.
Stillness. You've resisted
Nie ma
your
szans.
wicked instincts.
Nie robimy brzydala.
For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution and your allies.
Nie,
Perhaps you'll
dzięki.
be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
No, tak lepiej.
Mówisz?
Zdecydowanie. To co? To papa.
Przez portal, no.
No ja już na przykład dałam wydłubać sobie oko, więc
Better find somewhere to camp.
To prawda.
to wystarczy za całe poświęcenie.
Dobra, gdzie jest Karla? A, ona tam
Po
stoi.
co ci, Karla?
Myślałem, że ona została tam. Jak taki głuptas. Ktoś chce gadać.
Tak. Lazel chce
O,
gadać.
Laser chce gadać.
No to wuja do boju.
Your parasite communes with Lazel.
O, już się dotykacie kijankami, to...
No jak?
She learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
O kurde, ile tematów. Ja mam z tym tyle gadać?
No,
What about him?
chyba musisz.
A, jeszcze 4 pytania. O ja pierdzielę.
The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond
To nie tylko
measure,
Halsin
and
tyle gada.
enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power,
No
he'd
właśnie, coś się
smash
Laser
through
też
the
rozkręca.
Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less, though I've learned of creches that harbored 100. Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Though it must be said, you are an uncommonly
ktoś mnie
adequate member
pochwalił.
of your species. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped illicit enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Grube tematy wjeżdżają.
To składa jaja.
Kiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once. Go on then. My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell. Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith Devenzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
A to trochę jak wsparcie, jak dziecko się urodziło bez sześciopaka, to na śmietnik.
Tak.
Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. The mere suggestion is an insult. Gladly. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided. I know, and I won't.
Się nagadała.
Chryste.
No. Mocno się rozgadała.
Dobra, idziemy stąd w końcu, co?
Ktoś jeszcze chce gadać?
Nie. Ja już na pewno nie chcę.
Teleportowali mnie na siłę.
O, achievement!
O, to teraz się skończyło jak drugi.
Mhm.
Powinniśmy skończyć odcinek w takim razie.
No dobra, to możemy skończyć.
Możemy tak zrobić, no. To dołącz do nas, żeby tak ładnie to
właśnie.
wyglądało.
Wiecie, miałam jakieś ładowanie, wczytywanie, nic nie mogłam zrobić. Możesz wyjść z tego obozu? Czy ty jesteś durna?
Żeby tak właśnie na koniec było miło i przyjemnie.
No.
Dobra, to kończymy. To bajo jajo.
Okej.